Hello and welcome to my channel. Here I review new movies and television shows and release a new review every day from Monday to Friday. Today, I want to talk about The Inspection. It's a drama that revolves around a young gay man joining the military in the year 2005 and the experiences he had going through the training program for the US Marines. Just as a heads up, there will be minor spoilers in this review related to plot structure and character backgrounds. Be warned. This film also features nudity and adult themes, but it's done in a tasteful manner and never becomes graphic. Now that we're done with that, the movie was written and directed by Elegance Bratton and is inspired by events in his own life. It stars Jeremy Pope as Ellis French, a young gay man abandoned by his mother as a teenager. He lived in a homeless shelter until he was 18 and then decided to join the Marines in the hopes of having a better life and earning back his mother's love. The movie focuses on his journey from the shelter all the way up to the graduation day of his program. It's an emotional movie filled with hurt and suffering. It depicts the rampant homophobia in the military and paints a compelling yet haunting picture of military training and culture. We watch as French suffers at the hands of a cruel drill instructor, played by Bokeem Woodbine, and how at first no one is willing to defend him, but as he proves himself, more of them take his side. The story does a good job of highlighting the different types of homophobia that gay men faced, such as people shunning them, sabotaging them, and even attacking them while still providing a good bit of nuance throughout the film. The characters aren't heroes, the story doesn't have a Hollywood ending, and some of these people don't get punished as much as they deserve, but the story is very realistic. They humanize and flesh out all of the characters. Bokeem Woodbine plays the drill sergeant Laws. He's in charge of French's program and is highly homophobic. Woodbine plays him a bit more subtly than most, stares daggers into French in small doses, and speaks softly and quietly, but spits deadly venom with each breath. He plays a good antagonist, but the film never focuses on him outright. He's just a part of French's story and only one of the people who torment him for his sexuality. French also has to deal with his bigoted mother, Inez French, played by Gabrielle Union. The movie starts off by showing us the squalor Ellis lives in at the homeless shelter, and then quickly introduces us to how vile his mother is. She hates him for not being the perfect little boy she envisioned, and takes all of her hatred out on him. She's the perfect depiction of old school homophobia. She puts newspaper on the couch before he sits down and wipes everything he touches so he won't infect her with AIDS. It's stupid levels of hatred that don't even make sense, and Union does an amazing job of getting across her conflicting feelings for Ellis. She loves the little boy in the pictures she has all around her house, but the gay man sitting before her is a stranger she reviles. Jeremy Pope plays Ellis as strong, silent, and always seeking the approval of others. His mother, the men around him, and the leadership in the program. He's always looking to others for comfort or for help and rarely finds it. Despite this, he's kind to others, comforting them in their times of need. Pope goes through every emotion on the spectrum and puts on a powerful and compelling performance. The characters and their complicated relationships with one another are what make the movie interesting. You won't like most of them as people, but the movie doesn't seem to be setting out to make you like anyone other than French and maybe one or two others. It's really about describing the place, the time, and the story. How French was treated, how he dealt with all the pressure, stress, and danger, and how the people around him reacted to what was going on. It gives a lot of nuance to characters who probably don't deserve it, but that little bit of nuance adds a lot of flavor to the story. The cast does a great job of fleshing out their characters, and even the background characters feel like real people. Production-wise, the film is standard. The shots are generally smooth and center their characters well, but the film focuses on the story rather than trying to do any fancy camera tricks. There are a lot of close-ups of the actors here to show off the emotions they're going through. It works well for the subject matter and allows the actors to really play with their time on screen. Sound-wise, the film uses a lot of instrumental tracks during montages or when characters are doing something other than talking. When the camera is focused on a character and their emotions, we tend to go through the journey with nothing but ambient noise and the sounds the actors make. I didn't find the music to be all that effective, and at times found the dialogue to be mixed improperly. Just a little too quiet to hear all the lines, to the point that I went looking for subtitles to understand what was said. Overall, I found the movie to be well produced and the story to be compelling and well acted, but I didn't like the ending. I know that in real life, people don't always get a happy ending, and I don't think that every movie needs one, but there should be some resolution. It felt like Ellis had grown from his journey but was still stuck in the same endless loop at the end that he was in at the start, trying to win love and respect from people who didn't deserve his time. The movie is worth watching if you like dramas. Ellis's story is one of survival and perseverance and gives a lot of insight into the life of a soldier going through training. 7 out of 10.